I just absolutely love it when people compare being fat to being tall or handicapped when they aren't comparable at all. Not even a little bit. Okay. Being tall is genetic. Being fat, not. And in a way, you cannot. Okay, so you cannot help being tall, and in a way, you cannot help being fat. You cannot help being fat. Hello, Rhonda. We can talk. Yes. Being fat is multifactorial. Is it genetic? No. And yes. Genetic in the fact that, yeah, Asians are less prone to being fat. That doesn't mean they're exempt. Now, being fat is something that is thrust upon us by an entire industry of food and diet. The diet industry. That entire industry, the entire food industry, and the entire diet industry is literally lying to us. Lying to us. Okay. And I'm smiling so that I literally don't murder someone. I do not like liars. And I do not like people who purposely lie and know they're lying and literally hurt people with their product. You see, the tobacco industry, we all know, are effing liars. And they know their product hurts people. And they sell it anyway. So, and they put a warning label on their product. You see, sugar, fruit, carbs, all of that stuff is just as bad for you as tobacco. But they will not release that science. And they will fight against you, and they will bribe the government to keep that shit in your food supply, and in your children's mouth, and in your mouth, and in everyone's mouth. There's even a guy out there, retread, and he pisses me the F off. And he has a commercial where he says, "You don't have to cut carbs to lose weight." Yes, you do. Yes, you do. In fact, you have to cut 100% of your carbs to lose weight. You don't have to go keto. You have to go 100% zero carbs to lose weight. So if you have lost weight and you don't have any weight on you, if you're thin and you have no inflammation, wonderful. You're one of the genetically blessed who sugar and carbs don't seem to bother you. If you're fat, I'm sorry. You're like me. You cannot tolerate any carbs. You must eliminate them. And believe me, you'll be blessed when you do. You won't be in that diet mindset anymore. You won't be in that insane, I gotta calculate my macros. I gotta figure this out. You know, the people in ancient times, they didn't have measuring cups, measuring spoons, kitchen scales to measure out their stuff. How in the world did they stay thin doing it? I guarantee you they weren't counting their macros. They didn't even know what a macro was. And they didn't have, Planet Fitness, Vasa, or any place to go and work out. How in the blazes did they stay thin? I don't know. But I guarantee you, they didn't have people making sugar, soy, and grain, and they didn't have bureaucrats lobbying for the Sugar, Grain, and Soy Council. They didn't have lobbyists telling governments to tell us what to eat and what to shove in our food holes. So, stop saying that fat people are just making themselves fat because they don't have the proper information. Okay? And for the love of all things kind, and for the love of all things you are so bloody ignorant, stop comparing fat people to tall people or two handicapped people because I happen to be a fat person and a handicapped person. And I am also somewhat tall. So when I go on an airplane, I am muy uncomfortable. Okay? And I've never once complained about asking for an extra seat or for a better seat or anything. I get on and I just sit there and I wait until the ride is over. Yeah, they're very uncomfortable. Give them your love. Give them your compassion. And stop being such an effing dick. And all the rest of you are complaining about it. Quit it. Just quit it. You're being an a-hole. You're just being an a-hole. And there is nothing to compare to being fat. You're in a circumstance that is pretty much not your fault. You have no, say stop stuffing your face. You're literally addicted to sugar. And nobody's telling you why. Nobody's giving you any competent answers. I've got the answer. Carnivore diet's the answer. Start off with keto. Transfer to carnivore. It's the answer. It is your answer. All of you people out there who are holding extra weight, extra fat, extra inflammation, whatever you want to call it that makes you feel better enough to get on a better diet, that's the answer for you. Carnivore. Carnivore is the way of the future. That's how to do it. Eat butter and meat and lose weight.